Bam! What's up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to fourth quarter. How's everybody doing today? Once again, it's just a wonderful time, man. This has been some of the best playoff games. I love it. I actually stayed up super late. By the way, the NFL schedule's coming out tomorrow. Would you look at that? That's awesome. I'm telling you, this is a great time to watch sports. I love it. It's been up. It's been up. It has been a long time. All right. I'm gonna start off with the Lakers series. Start off with the Lakers guys. You know what? No, we're gonna start off with the East. We're gonna keep it in the East. And then no. We're starting off the Lakers, and then we're gonna finish with Boston. That's how I'm gonna do it. Cause you know what I'm saying? We're gonna start off with the Lakers on the West Coast. So I'm excited because I picked this. The Lakers do play tonight in Golden State, but the Lakers are up 3-1, and it was a great game. But Golden State made some costly mistakes. Lonnie Walker exploded out of nowhere. LeBron is playing. I'm not even surprised the way LeBron is playing. What I'm surprised is how he's still playing at this level. Like, he's not even, it came out that Steph Curry and Draymond Green were like, Draymond Green said on his podcast, Steph Curry said, I can't understand LeBron James's game right now. Because he'll start off real slow and get everybody else involved. And then when they need him, he's getting Steph Curry in foul trouble. When you need LeBron, he shows up. You know what I'm saying? That's just the level of greatness. And maybe I should not be surprised because this is something LeBron has been doing his whole career. You know? And I said it, man. Sometimes, listen, nothing against the Warriors. I picked the Lakers at 6. I don't think the Warriors are coming back. Not against LeBron James, down 3-1. But you know, I picked the Lakers and win it all, so I'm sitting happy right now. But I'm gonna direct this at Craig. Lakers up 3-1. What are your thoughts? Are you surprised? Are you worried? Do you think the Warriors are going to come back and win?
I'm still sticking with the Warriors to win. It's not out of the realm of possibility that teams go down 3-1 and can't come back from down 3-1. If there's any team that can come back that I would have confidence in coming back from down 3-1, it would be the Warriors. I mean, they've done it before. The Nuggets did it a few years ago, twice in the same playoffs. The Warriors did it before. The Cavaliers did it with LeBron against the Warriors. So, I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened. It's just it doesn't happen, obviously, often. But, I mean, the Warriors should have won game 4. They were up 7 going to the 4th. They got outscored by 10. They only scored 17 points. Lonnie Walker had like 15 points. He almost outscored the whole Warriors team in the 4th by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect him to come out and do that again. Role players play better at home, so I expect the Warriors role players to play better at home. And I expect the Warriors to win this game, go back to LA, and who knows what's going to happen there. But obviously the Lakers are going to be the favorite because they're at home and they haven't lost a home game, I don't think, the whole playoffs. So the Warriors, had their opportunities. They had their chances in game 4. They didn't make the plays. Steph didn't get any help. Steph didn't shoot well either. But there was some
no help.
There were some bad shots towards the end. Jordan Poole's a no-show. I don't know what that's about.
That's crazy.
He had 21 points in game 1. He's got like 11, 9 or 11 or something like that in like the last 3 games.
Kerr played him 10 minutes and pulled
including
him.
0. He had 0 points. I mean, he's getting all this money. He needs to show why he got paid in the offseason.
Was it 102?
I don't know what his. I don't know. I didn't even look it up, but he got a lot. I mean, he got paid and he's not showing up. He needs to show up. Wiggins needs to show up, and Clay needs to show up. I know Draymond's going to show up. He's not going to give you any points, but you know Draymond's going to give you effort. He's going to give you defense. And you know on the other side, you know LeBron's going to show you might start off slow, like you said, get other teammates involved, but he's going to get his 20 to 30 points.
It's 4-year 128, Craig.
Yeah, that's too much for a guy who's not really doing anything in the playoffs right now, especially when you need him the most. And you know, Anthony Davis, he had his string of going good game, bad game, and he kind of stopped that in game 4. He had back-to-back good games. I expect him to have another good game. I mean, I was hearing today on Get Up that this is the stupidest thing I think I've heard in a long time, that the Lakers should rest LeBron and Anthony Davis in game 5.
That makes no sense.
That made no sense. I heard that.
They're healthy or they have energy or whatever it is to go back to
playoffs.
like, you know, that's
it's the playoffs. It's Golden State. You don't take that chance.
You don't take that chance. To rest LeBron and Anthony Davis. It's not like they haven't been playing every other day.
Yeah. Now, if they get blown out and it's the fourth quarter, of course,
if you're down by
they're gonna play.
And you're down but like 10 minutes to go, then I'm like, okay, go ahead and call them off, take them out.
Yeah, because the Warriors did that. Yeah, they're not sitting. That doesn't make sense.
And then that's it. I mean, but in a closeout game, regardless of who's on the court or whatever it is, and you have a chance to win the game if it's tight or whatever it is, then I mean, I just don't see no point in not having.
Who said it?
Mike Greenberg. I don't Get Up. He's so stupid. I think everybody disagreed with that stupid take that he said. I don't know what that was about. That's one of the dumbest things I've heard in a while, but that's just stupid to say. But I do expect the Warriors to win. I think they'll probably pull away in the fourth quarter. I just think some of these guys need to step up. The guys that got paid in the offseason and Klay Thompson.
Yeah, that was
Wiggins, Poole, and Clay need to all have some type of bounce back game and let Steph breathe a little bit and get ready for hopefully game 6 for them.
Because he's been doing a lot. He's been doing a lot.
Yes, and it's just, I mean, it's unfortunate because you're getting
He's been carrying
all this talent on his team and nobody's producing, nobody's helping stuff out a little bit. Clay had one good game, that was game 2, I believe. And every other game, even game 1, he scored a decent amount of points. He shot horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you can't really expect Steph Curry to go out there and do everything for this team. Even though he is a former 2-time MVP and he was the Finals MVP last year, he has help and he's just not getting it. So, I do think if the Lakers do win this series, depends on who comes out of the other series. I can see them getting to the finals after this series. I just didn't think they were going to get past Golden State. So
that's fair.
I'm still sticking with Golden State on this one until the series is over, which could be tonight. Who knows? But
yeah,
I want to see at least one more game on Friday, so that way I have something to stay up on Friday for.
Yeah, you know it's getting that time of year, brother.
Yeah. So,
Mo, Lakers versus Golden State. You surprised they have 3-1. What do you think? Do you think the Warriors can come back?
I'm surprised they up 3-1. I don't think they're coming back. I think LeBron more than AD, and I'm big on legacy. Anybody knows me, I'm big on when you get to these moments, what's your legacy going to be? I think LeBron sees the end of the tunnel coming and sees the legacy point of this. And I don't think he's not going to let them lose that up 3-1. He's not going to let that happen. I honestly feel like in my mind, I think his drive to know that this championship would mean more than anyone in the world. I understand everybody say your first means most, but this one I think will be his most important one. So I think he sees the light in the tunnel. I think they close it out tonight. I think they truly going to see that, man, listen, we got something special to do here. Like, I don't want to leave no window open for this team. We know they're a championship team. It's not your average team. This is not your average franchise no more. So I think I think LeBron is going to talk to AD and be like, yo, we got to close it out. I need you at your best, AD. I honestly think now, here's where the harm will come in. If they both play 40 minutes a night and they lose this game, I would say it's trouble. I don't think it'd be good if both of them play 40 minutes a night and they lose. That's just me. I'll humbly agree to disagree with somebody else. But if they both play 40 minutes a night and they lose, I don't think that's good. That's why I'd be like, they better win game 6 because they don't want to go to game 7. Especially if they keep logging in 40 minutes apiece. That's not gonna be good. Yeah. But I truly think they're gonna close it out tonight. And honestly, I agree with some things I've heard that this might be Draymond Green's last home game with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't disagree with that. I wouldn't be surprised. He got a player option. I think he has a player option, but some way, somehow, especially if they lose.
He wants to get him and Clay want long term.
Yeah, especially if they
both want to get paid. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone. Like, I wouldn't be surprised either way almost. I think because he wanted the money, he'll probably exercise it and then see what Warriors would do. But I just can't see him on that roster next year. Especially if they lose.
He probably. So the thing with the player option, why a lot of players cash out, which I totally agree with, it'll be like 1 year 36, where I can sign somewhere 3 years 50 or 60.
Right.
I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if Draymond thinks that, or a team can sign him a 2 year, $36 million deal. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see, but I don't know if he might opt out of that and jump into free agency. You know what I'm saying? He might opt out of that, go to Dallas. They'll pay him 3 years, $40 million. He fits right in there with Luka and Kyrie. He fits right in there. Defense, don't ask for the ball. Leadership, wants to stick it to his old team. So I don't think he, you know, I'm not saying that could happen, but I don't think Draymond, you know, if they don't talk about long term, you know, they can re-sign him. I don't know, man. I heard Bob Myers the GM didn't he's talking about a TV contract. Kerr's talking about retiring. There's some things going on, man. You know, listen, this happens in sports and it's okay. You know, they had a hell of a run, man. I know this, man. It just don't last forever, man. This is like even Magic and Kareem. I mean, they won 4 championships, and they've been to 5 finals in 9 years, right?
No, they've been more than that. They've been
at least six in 9 years, right? That's a nice run. That's a dynasty.
LeBron went to 10 straight. I mean, I know it was different franchise, but LeBron went 10 straight, right?
Yeah, but he lost to Golden State in 15. He beat Golden State in 16. He lost to Golden State 17 and 18. And then Golden State went back. He went out of LA. Golden State went back, and they lost. Then in 2023, they went back and won. Yeah. Six finals, and they won 4. That's a good run. That's a dynasty. Even unless they have to rebuild around Steph, and unfortunately, it's not working. Jordan Poole's not working. Moody is not working. You know what I'm saying? Like what San Antonio did with Tim Duncan to kind of get Kawhi, that's hard to do, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This might be the end of it. And it's okay if it is. It's okay. It's not like they haven't won anything. They won a lot. It's okay. It happens, man. It happens to every good team. It happens to Chicago Bulls. It just happens. 9 years is a good run. You know? Anyway, let's go to I'm going to start off with you, Craig. Denver. Denver Nuggets versus Phoenix Suns. Denver's up 3-2. They won last night. What do you think about that series? I know we had our thoughts last week. Are you swaying over to Denver more? Are you still sticking with Phoenix?
I'm still sticking with Phoenix. I don't like I'm just sticking with because I'm not going to change that pick.
Yeah, I get that.
I think Denver. I didn't think Denver was going to beat Phoenix. Phoenix has. I mean, I knew this from the last series against the Clippers. Phoenix has no depth. After you get
It's
past
crazy. It's crazy.
Kevin Durant and Booker, and Booker's having an amazing postseason.
I mean, it's sick.
He's shooting crazy. He's playing. I mean, he's just going all. He's going all out. And I know people compared him to Kobe. And at first, I was like,
stop that.
But I'm kind of seeing it now. Like I'm kind of because he's not Kobe, obviously, but he's got like the mentality and he can score.
Yeah, he scores.
Kind of like Kobe, but he's not. He can't do what Kobe was doing, and he doesn't play defense like Kobe. But I can kind of see it a little bit, but I'm not gonna go all out and go crazy. But I'm not gonna get mad like I was before when people were saying it. But I have to get past Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. I don't even know who else is on the roster that can put up double-digit points. I mean, Ayton is there, but Ayton hasn't really done anything this whole series.
Which is crazy.
When he scored double-digit points, they lost every single one of those games. When he scored single-digit points, they won both of those games. So maybe they don't ask him to score a lot of points and just go out there and play defense or whatever, or try to stop the Joker as much as he can. But it's just the tale to I didn't think Denver was a deep team. I still don't think they're that deep of a team, but when you get Bruce Brown to come off the bench and score 25 points,
that's crazy.
27 minutes, and you have Gordon and you have Porter and you have Murray, and obviously the Joker. I mean, versus just Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, who have to play 40 plus minutes a game,
crazy,
which is unsustainable.
Yeah,
I
still going with it. I get it.
I don't know why I'm still sticking with it.
A lot of people are.
It's
You're
just
not the only one.
I know that they're the favorite, or at least they were the favorite coming into this playoffs, even with Denver being the number one seed. But man, it's hard for me to stick with. The only reason why I'm sticking with, I guess, is Kevin Durant. I believe in Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
But man, it's just only so much that they can do. Yeah. Even when they had Chris Paul, they weren't pushing the pace like they are without Chris Paul. Even if Chris Paul does come back for game 5, game 6.
Yeah,
maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't think they need him to win game 6, but it'll just be another person that can put up points or possibly have the threat of putting up points and can make plays with the ball and things like that. But
Chris Paul makes them totally different. They're a totally different team. He controls the pace.
I just don't know what they can do. I don't know how they can stop. They can't stop Jokic, so that's out. They can try to contain the rest of them, Murray, but it's when you've got Bruce Brown coming off the bench and giving you 25.
The defense is horrible.
And your bench is not giving you, as a team, off the bench 25, or maybe you at 25. I can't remember what they had off the bench. They had 26 off the bench as a team. And they played like 8 people. I mean, it's only so much you can do. So I'm not confident in this one at all. I'm more confident in the Warriors coming back from down 3-1 than I am the Suns winning this series against the Nuggets.
That rotation, man. I was
worried
about that last time. I was like, I don't know, man.
I kind of figured they would have problems with their depth because obviously they traded some pieces, but you trade for Kevin Durant, you're like, you can't really not trade for Kevin Durant. I don't know how many teams are going to trade for me. You know, you're trading a couple of key pieces that can help you out with depth and everything like that, but it's just it's hard, man. And I'm not going to be surprised if the Suns lose tomorrow, or if they make it back to a game 7 and lose Saturday, just because they haven't shown me any consistency to win on the road. But I just got to believe that there's a 50-point game out there somewhere with Kevin Durant's name on it, and I'm sticking with it until they lose.
All right, I understand that, Mo.
Let me start off with this, and people can argue me what I'm about to say. With this, and this is all respect to Kobe, rest in peace.
Yeah.
If you're going to come on live TV and people are going to call Devin Booker the light-skinned Mamba, because people ain't start that Mamba stuff to Kobe won championships. If Kobe didn't have championships under him and we started the Mamba talk, that'd be different for me. But because we're going to say that and then call him Mamba without him having championships, we need to reopen the Jordan LeBron conversation. I'm sorry, that's just me. That's just me. That's how disrespectful that is to me. Like, you gonna call him the light-skinned Mamba? He has no championships under this man, bro. And we ain't call Kobe Mamba until he had championships about. Matter of fact, I don't think the term was used until Kobe had 2, 3 championships already under his belt. Yeah. Until people really started using that term.
2 or 3.
So my
right, Craig. What do you think he nicknamed himself? Hold on, I'm gonna find out. Go ahead, Mo. Keep going.
So that's one issue. Now, taking nothing away from him, he's having one of the all-time great streaks, series, playoffs that we've seen in life. I give him that, but I don't like that when we're talking about you have no championships on your belt and we're using that term. I just don't like that. Secondly,
it was 2003. It was 2003.
DeAndre Ayton is just sickening. It's sickening to me. Like that, I'm sorry. Denver's not that good defensively. I understand you got Joker under there, but how are you 7 foot and you was a number 1 overall pick and you don't have one game in this playoff, one game in this series where you had 10 rebounds? That's unacceptable. and that's effort. But I feel like at the same time, Monty Williams got to be called out. And this is where, and I hate to say this though, and I want to get your opinion on this right quick.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I think Devin Booker and KD are where you need that boisterous leader, where you don't have no boisterous leader in the locker room. And if your coach ain't gonna say nothing, you have a lot of quiet dudes in there. Like, that doesn't work, because I'm surprised, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm surprised there ain't been no blow up in that locker room with somebody in DeAndre Ayton. Because as a 7'1", number 1 overall pick, how is it 4 games in, you don't have 10 rebounds and we ain't had a locker room blow up yet? I just feel like it's no leaders true leaders in that locker room that have said something to him. Like, hold up, it's unacceptable. Like, what are you doing? Your effort is just ridiculous. Like, his effort out there, Joker's great, but Joker out there bursting that man as if he shouldn't even play basketball before. Like, he didn't go to college. He ain't supposed to be no number 1 overall pick. Like, Joker out there just dogging this man. And Joker was a 2nd round pick. Like, Joker wasn't no 1st round pick. Joker
was 2nd round. His 2nd round. Joker was 2nd round. We talking about a dude still in his prime that was a number 1 overall pick, and he out there looking like he a rookie, like looking like he a scrub. It's not a lot of good number 1 picks, man.
I can't give him no pass.
Number 1 picks.
I'm sorry. I mean, all right, James, I give him a pass if it was some effort there. If it was just marginal, all right, he's giving up decent numbers, but he just ain't that dude, I give him that. Like Ingram. Look at what Ingram doing right now. Like, look at what other dudes doing. Like, no, I can't give him that pass. Like, he looking like he don't even belong on the court sometimes. Like, why are you even out here? Like, get on the bench. Get on the bench and come off and get 15 minutes right quick. It's sad, man. It's really sad.
Yeah.
But nah, I think good. Honestly, I'm gonna say this, and this is the trip back right quick. I'm ending with this. I wouldn't be shocked either way about game 6, but I will say this: if I'm Denver, I would end it now. I just wouldn't in a 1-game scenario with how Booker's playing and you don't, and like you said or Craig said, KD got 50 in him. I wouldn't, buddy. I wouldn't let that go game 7. Not with how they shoot.
I would not.
Right now. I would not.
Denver goes to game 7, yo.
I would not put it in no 1-game scenario.
I would not take a bet on Denver. I tell you that much.
Yeah. I would end it down. I'm sorry. I would not put that.
If Phoenix wins tonight,
I would
in the air.
I would not. I would not put that in the
Booker might try to score 70.
They ain't. I wouldn't do that because KD now understands the history of it. So I wouldn't. If I'm Denver,
because it would be in Denver, right?
Yeah. Game 6 is
game 6
tomorrow. Game 6 tomorrow.
Both of them in Denver. Oh, that's
no. Game 6 is about to be in Phoenix tomorrow. Game 7 will be in Denver. Yeah, I would end it. Yeah, if I'm Denver, I'd go ahead and end that. I wouldn't put that in a 1-game scenario. Nah, I wouldn't do that. Not with how Booker shooting, because KD do for one. So I'm like, I wouldn't even want to be in that situation. I'm good. You better end it. You better get by the getting good, and that's another reason why I say the Lakers better end it now, because you don't never know. Clay can just come out there with nowhere with 2-3 games. You better end it.
Yeah. Denver. I told Craig this last week. I was like, yo, I am worried. I am legit worried because they don't have a bench. And if like Phoenix Suns don't have a bench, that worries me because you know in playoffs, you got to have at least an 8-man rotation that's solid. You have to have it, yo. If you don't have a solid 8-man rotation, it's going to be a long series and you're going to be, you're pushing your stars to the brink. I get it. It's the playoffs. But you got to have some people that score points off the bench. You got to have some people. And your defense has to be decent. You can't let somebody who's just got off the bench and give you 25 points in 27 minutes. You cannot do that. Not in the playoffs. Because you know what Denver is going to do? They're going to try to do it again. Like their defense is lacking. And if they play the Lakers, I don't know, man. I don't know. The Lakers defense is better than the Nuggets. And the Lakers got a rotation. You know what I'm saying? And the way Ayton's playing right now, AD is going to give him work. AD is going to smell blood in the water. He's going to give him work, young. I'm telling you. And I agree with Mo. Listen, it's hard to be a number one pick. I'm not knocking anybody. I just think, they got into an argument last week during the playoffs. Monty's been cutting his time. I just think this isn't the time for it. I think they probably trade Ayton next year. You know what I'm saying? I think they do. You think so? I think so. I think they trade Ayton and try to get some pieces back for him and build around KD and Devin. Listen, they have a perfect team right now. You just got to build around them. Dallas, build around them. But yeah, like Mo said, I would trade Ayton, yo. This is the second year. Somebody will get him. He's a decent. I think they just need a amicably split. Okay, guys. Ayton needs new scenery, and Dallas and Phoenix needs some pieces to surround around Book and AD. And the team will take Ayton and give him some pieces. It happens every year. They'll be like, here you go. We'll take Ayton. He'll fit on some teams like the Wizards. He'll fit in some places. He just needs a new scenery. And he'll be able to go. Or the Clippers. They got a rack of depth. He'll fit somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I just think they need to trade him. But now to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I'm going to start out with Craig. Not the Eastern Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference Divisional Playoffs. Heat up 3-1 against the Knicks. You got the Knicks winning, or you leaning more towards Heat?
This is the only one I'm probably going to change.
Yeah.
I picked the Knicks. Because they had home.
A lot of people did.
And then Jimmy Butler got hurt in game 1, I think.
Yes.
He didn't play
game 2. He sat game 2.
But I just thought he wasn't going to be. I know he's Jimmy Buckets and playoff Jimmy and all that other stuff, but I just thought he wasn't going to be able to come back or maybe have the type of series that he's been having the last couple games since he's been back. But the Knicks have guys that they have pieces there. It's just they don't. I don't know. It's just not working out for him. Julius Randle, he's hit or miss. RJ Barrett's kind of the same thing. He's hit or miss. Brunson's the only consistent piece that they have.
Yeah.
Outside of him, they lost quickly.
He's hurt.
He's like their best 6 man or their best bench player.
Yeah, he's good.
So I know they got Josh Hart. He's decent, but
Josh Hart's good.
he can't score like that.
No, he's a rotational player. You know,
They
he'll
got
give
some
him minutes and
decent
rebounds.
pieces, but I mean, they don't have anybody that is like you're really scared of, except for Brunson. And the Heat, obviously, the Heat are known for their defense. They're greatly coached. Coach Spo is one of the best coaches in the NBA. I think he's still, I think he's overlooked. Honestly, I think
so.
A lot of people don't talk about him enough in the NBA anymore. Obviously, you have Jimmy Butler, you have Bam, but there's no real superstar on it. There's no real superstar in this whole series, honestly, except for Jimmy Butler. Really, Brunson's ascending. I think Brunson he can get there. Bam's a really good piece, but he's not a superstar. Kyle Lowry, I never liked him, but I think he's playing.
He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar.
He's playing pretty good. He has that experience, playoff experience, championship experience.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Hero, which I thought was going to hurt them, especially in the first round.
Me too.
They didn't even blink an eye. They just moved right past the Bucks, and now they're up 3-1 on the Knicks. I think the Knicks do win tonight. I think they hold home court tonight, but then they go back to Miami on Thursday. I think it's I mean not Thursday, Friday.
Friday.
I think it's over on Friday. The Knicks just don't have. I mean, they Julius Randle. I think he has talent. He's just inconsistent. It's like when he's shooting the ball well, everything goes fine. He shoots the ball, and like everything's fine. Like he can make passes. He's getting rebounds. He looks energized. He's into the game. But when he starts missing shots and he's not having a great game, or he just can't score,
you can tell. Yeah,
like in
the spill's over.
Game 2 or game 2, I think, or 3, whatever game it was. They got beat by like 20. He just looked awful in that game. He couldn't score, and it just showed with the whole team.
It was game 3.
Was it game 3? Yeah. It just, I mean,
like first night coming when they were in the Heat. Yeah, they were in Miami. Yep.
Yeah, because he didn't play game 1. He came back in game 2, had a decent game. They won. That's when Jimmy Butler did. Yeah. So in game 3, he looked like he was just not even having, like he just didn't even belong there. He didn't want to be there. It's kind of like you guys were saying about DeAndre Ayton. And yeah, the effort is not there. When the effort's not there, he just doesn't want to, he just doesn't look engaged. He doesn't look like he wants to be there. Same thing with Julius Randle. He just doesn't look like sometimes he want to be there. So I think they need a great effort from Julius Randle coming out in this game. Defensively, they got to do better defensively, especially on Jimmy Butler. They got to figure out a way to guard him or contain him somehow. You get beat by Kyle Lowry, then so be it. You get beat by Duncan Robinson, so be it. You don't want to keep getting beat by Jimmy Butler over and over again. Saw what happened last round, and it eventually got the coach fired. Who Budenholzer just won the championship a few years ago. He's gone.
That's crazy.
Bad decision making when guarding Jimmy Butler.
You're out of here.
Bad decision making, pretty much.
We gotta see this team next year
in that series. So it's gonna be. I mean, I didn't pick the Heat coming out at all. They were AC, and I don't know too many people who picked the Heat, or I don't know anybody actually who picked the Heat, but they look like a team that's gonna go.
Fans picked the Heat.
Who did? Oh, probably.
Heat fans.
They're like a team that's gonna go back to the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, they're 1 win away. They got Kevin Love out there starting. How old is Kevin Love? I mean, he's got to be like 33.
He got to be 30. He got to be 34 plus because he was in the league. Remember, he started out with the Timberwolves. Like, he got to be 30 plus. He got to be over 30.
He's 34. Like, come on, man. You guys are letting Kevin Love out there and just, I mean, he just looks, I don't know, man. The Knicks had a lot of promise, a lot of hope coming into this, especially with the Bucks losing. I thought this was a prime opportunity for the Knicks to go to the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston or 76ers, but I mean, the Heat are just playing too well, and they just got too many pieces that play consistent.
Mo, Knicks.
Man, can I say it's shocking me, but it's not shocking me. Not this second round. I mean, first round that was a shocker, but when you sit here and look at it, it's what they do. I mean, it's what Miami's going to play hard. They're gonna make you work. They're gonna make you earn it. If you gonna beat them, you gonna earn it. You ain't gonna just come out there and just straight dog. And they kind of remind you of a non. And I'm saying this right now. I know they won championships in the past, But I'm saying the mentality over the last couple of years, they become a non-championship type of New England Patriots.
Who?
Miami.
No,
I'm
they
talking
were
about
just
now.
in the Eastern Conference Finals
Bro,
last year.
hear me out. I'm talking about from the people they bring in. They don't reach. They bring people in that fit.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
And that fit their way. They don't
do.
go out
They
there
do.
and
They
say,
do. The best
I
player,
got you. Top tier player. They
Yeah,
bring people in that
they got culture.
and
They
fit
got
the
culture.
mold of who they are and what they want to be.
They got
For
culture.
instance, Kevin Love. They bring in undrafted players. They I think 3 of their top
I agree with you with that, Mo. That's a good
are
point.
undrafted players.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Butler, even though you bring in a Jimmy Butler, he fits the mold. It wasn't like you said, "Oh, I gotta bring the star here to put fans in the stands." Jimmy Butler not necessarily a dude that's put fans in the stands. He a dude that wants to win, and he's gonna come to play every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think they're the only team left in the playoffs that out of their starting 5, I don't think has not one dude they drafted. Like I think if you look at Miami starting 5, I don't think they have not one dude they drafted. Maybe Bam. I don't think they drafted Bam. But out of Bam,
they did.
I think, Bam. He might be the only dude they drafted out of their starting 5. I think out of that, they ain't draft nothing. They ain't like straight up draft nothing. They might have free agent signed. They might have signed him in free agency, but Love they didn't draft. Butler they didn't draft.
They drafted Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, that's the only dude they drafted. So you look, they brought in dudes that fit the culture.
Yeah.
So I mean, I salute what they're doing. I truly think, to me, I think it's over. Whether they win this game, if they don't win this one, they're gonna finish it up in Miami. So either they're gonna win in 5 or they're gonna win in 6. But I just don't see the Knicks putting together 3 straight good games to win this series. I just don't see it. That's just me.
So, hold on, Mo. I'm looking at it. They drafted a couple people. They Gabe Vincent. They drafted him.
Okay, he didn't start 5. My bad. I mean, I ain't say nobody.
No, I get it. I mean, you were close, and my apologies. I definitely agree with you because they do. They have a culture that I believe. Who created the culture, and then I'm getting to my pick. Is the culture was created when Shaq went there with the D Wade, Udonis Haslem, and Pat Riley was coaching. That's when this culture was created. Alonzo Mourning was there. Pat Riley coached it. And then when LeBron James and Chris Bosh joined, Eric Spoelstra, who was an assistant coach, and Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra watched so much game film, it's crazy. And he doesn't play around. He's gonna look you in the eye, and he doesn't care who you are, and you're gonna get the cuss out. Because he did it last year to Jimmy Butler, and they went on a run. He looked at Jimmy Butler and was like, I don't really care what you think. Like, I run the team. You know what I'm saying? But he gets that from Pat Riley. And when LeBron was there and Dwayne Wade was there, Udonis Haslem, LeBron was if you look at the way LeBron played when he was at Miami, might have been probably some of the best basketball he's ever played. Craig, he almost got the triple. Listen, he almost won the Defensive Player of the Year, but he got robbed by Gasol, who didn't make an all-defensive team. LeBron made first-team all-defensive team that year. When he went to Miami, he was playing both sides of the floor. He was playing a little different, bruh.
He didn't play that well in the 2011 NBA Finals. I'll tell you that.
He was not, but he came back though. He went back to back. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he was a different player when he was in Miami versus the first time when he was in Cleveland. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that he was a part of that culture. You know what I'm saying? He helped build that culture. So the culture you see now, you got Udonis Haslem, Eric Spoelstra. That's how their culture is. I do agree with Mo, man. I think they're going to continue to win like that. Two, I told Craig last week, I was like, yo, I picked the Knicks, and then I was like, Craig, I'm going with the Heat. As soon as the Heat beat the Bucks, I was like, I'm gonna rock with the Heat because I don't know what happened. Like they lost the playing game to the Hawks. And I was like, what is this? I can't believe in this team. They just lost to the Hawks. And the next thing you know, they win. And then they beat the Bucks 3-1. I was like, oh man, okay, wait. They beat the Bucks 3-1. I was like, they beat the Bucks 3-1. I was like, I'm not gonna pick against this team, not against the Knicks, because then the Knicks, especially if they steal one game, right? So they stole the first game, right? So they stole the first game, right? They stole the first game, and then I was like, oh, it's a wrap. And then when Jimmy Butler didn't play in the game too, and the Knicks barely beat them, I was like, oh, they're not winning in Miami. They're not winning Miami. Miami's a very hard place to play, not only because of the arena and the fans, the nightlife. People like going to Miami. It's hard to win in LA. You're an NBA star. You're gonna go out. You're gonna go out. That's just what it is. It's LA. You got friends. Kevin Hart lives in LA. You're like, hey, you know what? I'm in town for the game. When you're in Miami, it's Miami, man. So, I just think the Heat culture, man. I'm excited and ready for it, and I'm gonna pull you up on this, Craig, because this is a very interesting. I'm just gonna give my thoughts, but I thought it was going to be a Miami versus Boston series. I don't know. I am Boston. Once the Bucks lost, I was like, Boston's gonna win it. And for some reason, this Philadelphia team is balling. They're balling. They're winning without Joel Embiid. They won game one with Harden dropping 45. Now listen, everybody, I know Harden is giving you bad memories of why you should be on his side right now. But I don't know, man. I would not be surprised if the Sixers beat the Celtics. I don't know what's going on with the Celtics, man. Me and Mo were talking about it earlier. The head coach is gone. I think Udoka is a better head coach than Mazzulla. It's nothing against Mazzulla, right? But Mo brought the stat out where the defense has dropped. It's just very worrisome. I'm very worrisome. They lost one game. Tatum didn't take a shot in the fourth quarter, neither did Brown. That worries me, man. They're supposed to be taking over the game. And here's the scary thing. I know it's in Philly, but don't let James Harden go off. He's been going off in Philly. They might mess around and beat him. And this is one of the picks that I was like, I was certain. This is the only pick I was certain, besides the Lakers, right? I was like, Lakers gonna win, bang. Then I was like, Heat, right? Heat's beating the Knicks. Not to Phoenix and Denver. I got Denver. But Boston versus Philly, Joel Embiid struggles. He struggles against Boston. I was like, okay, it's gonna be Boston Heat. But I don't know, Craig. I would not bet any money on Boston because it scares me, yo. They're losing games in the Garden that they should win. It scares me because now they're going back to Philly on a game 5. And they should have won game 5. They should have won it. But I'm leaning towards Philly right now. I am. Mo, what are your thoughts on that?
Boston looks different. I mean, it's just something different about it. I heard something, I don't know if it was a podcast. I think it was one of them get-ups. They were saying how Mazzulla, he's defending how they're playing defensively. He's using offensive terms. Like, he's like, oh, okay, our defense is struggling because we're not hitting shots. Instead of just claiming, I think it's a huge difference between the coaches, but that's something they knew. I don't think Mazzulla just came out and he's saying something different from what he told them before he gave them the extension, before they gave him the extension. So it's like God chose this back. You gotta live with it. They can't afford to, but if they're gonna carry this philosophy that he's carrying, they can't afford to be sitting there missing 23s a game. Like you shooting 30, 43s a game, and you only hitting 10 of them or 20 of them. They're not built like that to do that. They're not built to overcome that. So now the issue is, for me, I'm sorry. I'll come out and say this right now, and I said this to a buddy of mine. If Philly loses both of these games, and I don't care if it's Boston, Doc Rivers need to be on some black money type stuff. He need to be fired the next day. It don't need to be no interview. It don't need to be a closeout. It don't need to be no sit down and talk, because trust the process is gone. I'm sorry. That's why I told people with us Washington Commanders hiring the dude for ownership that ran Philly. I don't want to hear about no trust the process. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. That's not what I'm trying to hear. I understand it's Boston, but for Philly, you got to come out and close this out. You cannot lose this series. It'll be. Of course, they're gonna blame on Doc Rivers. They're not gonna put on Harden or Embiid. They go. Doc Rivers want to go. So I'm gonna say this. I think right now the Philly fans gonna be hyped. I told a brother of mine, if I'm Philly, man, I'll have Iverson there. I'll have Dr. J there. I'll have Hurts there. Man, bring everybody. Man, we try to close this out. Especially, and no disrespect to Miami or the Knicks.
There's gonna be stars in that joint, Mo. There's gonna be stars.
It should be. All of them should be in. Especially, no disrespect to Miami or New York, but especially when I know what happens next round. Man, come on, man. This has been our best chance to win a chip in a long time. Man, I have all the stars there to close this out. Man, come on, man. Because you don't want to go to Game 7 in Boston. That's what they don't want. I don't think Philly built like that. I think if Philly better close it out, out of everybody in this situation, they ain't built like that. They better close it out. They better close it out right now. They better finish it.
All right, Craig. Here you go. Philly versus Boston. What are your thoughts on it, man?
I mean,
what do you think? You think you still with Boston, right?
I'm sticking with Boston. I'm not deviating off of Boston. I just think they have the better. I think they have a better overall team.
Yes.
I think that we've seen this last year. People were saying the Bucks were going to beat the Celtics. They went up 3-2. They went into Boston. One game, what was it? Game 5. Went up 3-2, and then
they won the last two.
Tatum comes out and drops 46 and destroys them. Giannis had 40, but it wasn't enough. I mean, they beat them by like 20 points almost in that game, in Game 6. So I don't see why I'm going to change my pick just because they're down 3-2. Granted, they should have won. They could have won game 4. That came down to like a last-second shot. They misplayed that whole thing. The coach didn't call a timeout.
That was weird.
Possibly to set up a play, but I put more blame on Tatum than I do on the coach because he took too long to run the play.
12 seconds, man.
You know, they had 18 seconds.
Yeah, 18 seconds. Like, come on, man.
He waited until 7 seconds to actually.
Like, what's going on?
I think he got the ball with about. He probably got the ball at about 12 seconds. But
yeah.
He didn't run the play. Like, it took him forever to get into the play, and they made the shot, but it was but it was after the buzzer. So the coach is obviously the coach is young. He's 34.
Yeah.
I mean, some players are obviously older than him. LeBron's older than him. Whatever. Like, so he's gonna make mistakes. I don't know why he likes to take his timeouts with him. Like, he always has to have like at least 2 timeouts with like the last minute or 2. I don't know why he's taking them with him. And you're not getting carried over to the next game. Use them. Like, I don't understand that.
That's a good one, Craig.
Just
carry over.
Making rookie mistakes. I mean, he's a rookie coach, clearly. But this team had championship aspirations. They're defending champs in the Eastern Conference. They're trying to get back there. I think Tatum, he started out weak in the first quarter. I don't think he had no points, or maybe he had like 2 points or free throws or something like that. He ended with 30 plus, but it took him a while after the first quarter to get going. He needs to come out in the first quarter and assert himself. Obviously, you're not going to be able to stop Embiid, but guys like Horford, who was D'ing up Embiid a little bit, blocking his shots, especially in Game 4, He went 0 for 7 yesterday. That can't happen. Brown wasn't getting his shots for the most part. He didn't take nowhere near as many shots as Tatum.
It's crazy, yo.
Smart.
Crazy.
Smart has to take more shots. They missed 9 free throws. I mean, Brown he's shooting like a 76% in the regular season. He's shooting 66.
It's crazy, man.
Postseason. So he missed like 5. So I mean, there's plenty of opportunity. In game 1, they had a chance to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of opportunities for this team to have won a couple games, or they could easily be up 3 games to 2 if they get that shot off earlier in game 4. They would have a chance to close it out, but it is what it is. Embiid is the MVP for a reason. Harden played. Harden hasn't really played. He hasn't. I mean, he's in the.
He didn't play like this in a minute. He
had 2 games where he's had 40 plus. Yeah. And then he's had other games 17. Where he's just been kind of more of a facilitator. Like, I don't know. They don't need to have Houston Rockets James Harden to win this game 6. They could just have this James Harden where he's more. He can get like
20 points and like 13 assists,
12 assists or something like that. And they'd be perfectly fine. Maxey, I think, is the key. Is the key because you contain him. I think you have a better chance of winning. I don't know if Brogdon or Smart's last year Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up
with that. But they need to
do. The defense is not as good as it was last year, Craig.
Well, I mean, that's kind of across the board. But I think if they D up Maxey, I think they'll be fine to win this game. And if Tatum can start off hot, I think they'll be fine. I think they can go on the road. They've done it before. They can go on the road and win this game, go back home, and then make it up for whatever that was last night, because that was horrible, a horrible effort. They didn't have. I mean, even when they made a run, cut the lead to like 5 or something like that. Philly always had an answer. So I'm just believing in Tatum. This is going to show why he's supposed to be a superstar. Why he was. I think he's made all NBA first team.
He made all NBA first team.
So this is going to come out and say, okay, this is why he deserved to be NBA first team, and he's going to have MVP type of game, obviously, to go back to Boston for Game 7. Obviously, if you're Philly, you want to definitely get this game over. If you don't want to. Even though you just won there, you don't want to go back. But I think the crowd's going to be going crazy. I think it's going to be like Mo said, or you said, it's going to be
can be crazy.
Doc was there last game. I think Doc's going to probably be there this game. You probably
going to come out. It's probably going to be crazy.
Might have Parsons back there, but I think the crowd's going to be crazy again. So, but I'm still picking Boston, man.
That's right, because Parsons
he's from Harrisburg.
From Harrisburg.
So
he plays in Dallas.
Can't take the fan away though. He's still a fan.
No, I'm just saying it's funny.
People are gonna be upset about that. People are weird, man.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, he just plays for the Cowboys. It's an NBA team.
He's supposed to be a Mavericks
fan? Is he supposed to be a Mavs fan? That doesn't make any sense. We can go to the Mavs game, but just like Kobe was a Philadelphia Eagles fan. It is what it is. He wasn't you know what I'm saying? Wasn't a Rams fan. He was a Philadelphia Eagles
fan. Always find a way to point it out when you're
leave it alone.
Or a person that plays sports, and you have especially if you're in a rival city,
they'll point it out.
Dallas and Philly, they just can't wait to point that out, and then it just goes viral for no reason. And it's like, man, the dude is from
a regular person.
Pennsylvania, guys. Like, relax.
He's from Pennsylvania. And there's only 2 teams. If you're from Pennsylvania, you're definitely a Sixers fan.
He might have grew up a Eagles. I don't know if he grew up an Eagles fan or
he might have grew up an Eagles or a Pittsburgh fan.
Whatever. I don't know. But
there's a high possibility, Craig.
Let it go.
I know a lot of people from Pennsylvania, and they're either a Philly fan or a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And they're definitely all 76ers fans. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, that just it is. Look at Manny. With my man Manny. He likes the Philadelphia Eagles and he likes the 76ers. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Most teams, it's if you're a Philly basketball fan, most likely you're a Philly football fan. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know, but I don't get why people think sports fans can't have their own.
The Knicks are gonna get waxed. Never mind. They're down by 10. They can't shoot.
Let me ask you all this before we go on to the NFL. We're gonna go on to the NFL, right? Colin Cowherd said this. What do you think about this trade? We don't know if it gets done or not. But say Philadelphia beats Boston, right? And Boston and Golden State trade Jaylen Brown for Jordan Poole and like Moody or something like that. What do y'all think about that? Jordan Poole gets new scenery away from Draymond. That something that people can say what they want to say. I guess I don't understand it, but that punch has affected something.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all said that at the beginning of the year. We all said that at the beginning of the year.
Craig, you didn't see the clip. You didn't see the clip where Draymond tried to dap him up, and Curry had to be like, "Come on, man, what are you doing?" And if he's not playing well, it's just weird. He might just need a new.
I'm not buying the whole punch thing. Like, this is the playoffs now. That was back in 2022. We're in 2023. I'm still not harboring. I'm not holding on to that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was so long ago. I think their season was affected because they just weren't playing well on defense. You could bring the punch into it if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to buy.
They don't play well on the road either.
Yeah, I'm not. It's just it just so happened if the punch had happened 2 years ago and then they won a championship, nobody's even talking about it. People are talking about it now because their team is they had a bad regular season and they won 11 road games out of 41. So obviously it's going to get bought up, and then you got the whole Poole thing not shaking Draymond's hand or whatever it is.
They're gonna heighten it every time, Craig. They're gonna zoom in on it until they win the championship.
He got paid max money or whatever. He's just hearing a lot of people. He just lost confidence. He's hearing everybody talk about how terrible he is or whatever it is, and how he didn't deserve his contract or he got paid all this money. He's not living up to it. He just has to go out there and just play. Like, he's just not playing like he was playing before. I don't know why. I don't think the Lakers are doing anything special on him. I think they're a better defensive team than the Kings are.
I think they're letting him make mistakes, and Kerr's like, we can afford that.
Yeah, but he's not. But they're not doing anything crazy on him. They're not D'ing him up any type of special way. Or anything like that. He's not making shots to me. He's just not making shots. He's not confident in the shot right now. He's not assertive. He's not showing any initiative.
And I know they see that, Craig. The Lakers see that, and they're playing off of that, which makes him more nervous. And then Kerr's like, I don't know what's going on. I can't afford to have you in the game because
he's a liability on
the liability
between him and like DeAndre Ayton. Like, these guys are liabilities on them. They're getting paid money. Yeah, but you can't really put them in the game because what are you going to get out of them? They're not really producing.
Yeah, don't let Ayton go against AD. God forbid.
I mean, they have
to. God forbid that. Yeah, God forbid that. Lord,
AD's going to abuse him, yo.
They need somebody that can step up like Bruce Bowen. At
least Jokic can hold his own.
It might be Poole. I mean, if Poole has a really good game in this game tonight, I think he'll probably have a little bit more Well, he definitely have more confidence.
Yeah,
he can do it on the road.
Jokic skill set it totally offsets a lot of that. Like, a lot of people think, you're gonna put Jokic in the Jokic. See, listen, Jokic skill set is just totally different from what we've seen.
Yeah,
he's a way more advanced Sabonis.
Yeah,
like, he's way more advanced.
Just saying, if AD matches up with Jokic, it's gonna be a good matchup. Right. I mean, Jokic might get frustrated with AD, but Jokic is going to be able to give AD something.
Yeah.
If it goes against Ayton, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, you got to have confidence going against AD and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Or we'll even flip it. If it was Golden State versus Phoenix, Draymond they're gonna have their way with Ayton.
Hey, but one thing I'm noticing though. I heard this on. I think I heard this on Get Up. I understand the pieces they had to give up for KD. You had to do it, but those pieces lost. They're showing up for them right now. It hurt them. but they had to do it. You wanted KD, you had to give up those pieces. But
they can
it's
reload
hurting
next
them
year.
right now in this series.
They can reload next year. Think about this. We about to talk about the NFL, and I told Craig this. I said the West is going to be crazy next year, right? I think LeBron. I think Kyrie stays in Dallas. You Golden State's always in the mix. The Lakers are going to bring back their team. Phoenix is going to reload, right? So you got Memphis, Sacramento, Lakers, Clippers. Did I say Dallas? Phoenix? That's the West next year, yo. And I'm missing somebody. In Denver. That's the West next year. It's going to be crazy. And watch everybody be healthy. It's going to be crazy. The West is going to be crazy next year. So listen, this might be the year if you're LeBron and KD to try to win it all. Gonna try to win it all. You know what I'm saying? And Boston's gonna be back next year. Philly's gonna be back next year. The Heat are always in. The Heat are always there. So it's just like it's time for one of these young guys to win a championship. It's time. It's time. So, listen, all LeBron's like, look, man, I am 38. My son's about to go to the league. I got 2 years left. These next 2 years, me with the Lakers are vital because I don't think he's gonna resign. I think in 2024, if his son gets drafted, he's going to that team and play 1 year. He's gonna retire.
No,
yeah, 2024 is I think it's 2 years, maybe 2 years from now. 2023 season, and then the 2023-24 season. Yeah, and then I think he signed up to 20. Yeah, in the 2024 season. I think. I look at his contract, but I think he knows the time is limited in LA.
You saying his son
the time is limited in LA. He's not going to resign. He'll be like 40.
If his son goes to the Jazz, he's going to go
to
the
Jazz.
Yeah, going to the Jazz.
You don't think so?
No,
I don't know. He said he want to play with his son.
Yeah, but I
don't know, bro.
No Jazz. Not no Jazz.
If the Jazz draft him, I don't know. I don't know, man. I do not put it past LeBron.
Yeah, he loves his son, but I mean, respectfully, he gonna go there just to play with his son because he legitimately can't say I'm going there to win for a championship.
No, he's gonna say he's gonna say this. This is my last year in the NBA.
I want to play my son.
If he wins this year, he's gonna say I've won. I'm the year that I broke the scoring title, I won an NBA title. I'm good, guys. There's nothing else for me to do. I can play with my son. This is his last year. That would be bomb, Craig. That would be bomb if it's his last year playing.
He doesn't win the title this year, and all of a sudden he has a chance to win the title when his son comes in the league, or he has a chance to play.
No. His son spends 1 year in college.
No. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he doesn't win this year. Obviously, his son goes to college next year, whatever it is. They don't win next year. The Lakers don't win next year. Then all of a sudden, his son comes to the league. His son gets drafted to the Jazz or to the Raptors or whatever. Yeah. You mean to tell me? And he is on the Lakers team, but he has a chance to win a championship with the Lakers still. Like they still have that window open. You mean to tell me he's going to bypass the Lakers and say, you know what? I can't win a championship. I have a chance to win a championship. I haven't done it the last 2 years, but we've been close. Or I'm gonna go to the Jazz.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think we're gonna be close to a championship in 2 years, bro.
Yeah, you never know. I'm saying they can reach.
I think AD. Either they're gonna re-sign AD and somebody younger, or AD gonna be out.
I'm saying you can retool. Is what I'm saying. Teams retool their lineups all the time. I'm saying that they have a. You mean to tell me he's gonna bypass playing with the Lakers to go play with the Raptors in Toronto?
I wouldn't put it past him, man.
I'll put it past him. I think it'll be just fine for him to play with to be the first. I believe the first father-son duo to play in the league.
Yeah, he's trying to pull a Ken Griffey.
You got to be the first father-son duo to play together. Just play when you don't want to go to Toronto or Orlando.
He's gonna be out. I don't think we're gonna contend. I don't think so. I think it's gonna be an amicable thing, and we're gonna have another star like Dame or something, or it's gonna be another star that's gonna come to LA. There always is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think LeBron. I think LeBron
So why would he
going to
leave?
be out. I don't know. It depends, man. You might be right, but I don't know. He's been talking about playing for the Sun for a minute, and if it's his last year, I don't know. He's been talking about that for a minute though.
He also said he wouldn't go to Orlando if his son got drafted to Orlando.
he did say that. I don't know.
Orlando to me seems better than Utah or
Orlando
Toronto.
does, man. They might get the #1 pick.
And Orlando has no sales tax. I mean, no state tax or whatever. Nah. So he's good for.
He's just saying that this is that bubble. All right, let's look at this, guys. NFL schedule is going to be released tomorrow. I can't wait. Actually, this is a great time in life to be a sports fan because the NBA playoffs are lit, and then it's so many good teams in the NFL right now. This is the schedule is going to be crazy. But let me ask you this. The NFL is going to make the following changes. I understand listen, guys, they push this safety for the players, but it just doesn't look like it when you say teams might be able to play Thursday night twice. That is crazy. Do you know how many players have said it publicly, like Thursday night are hard after playing Sunday? And I know they get a bye week, but golly, man, that's a tough turnaround. Like, I think you get home Monday, you got to practice Tuesday, and you go through a walkthrough Wednesday and Thursday, and you right there. God forbid you got injured players that need a couple days. It's just a short week, and you're gonna have some teams to do that twice. You know, I can understand that though. I can get it. I get it. And some teams ain't gonna be on that primetime TV. I think. I think Amazon is pulling a lot of weight in this.
It's a trick bag move though, James. Like, so it's a catch-22. Either you want player safety or you want ratings, because if you model your schedule like that, then you're gonna have sorry Thursday night games across the board if you're trying to keep people from doing the short weeks. Because you want the best teams playing the primetime games. You don't want to put just anybody on the Thursday joints. So how do you make your schedule to where everybody gets that, doesn't have to do that long week where they can come off by Sunday and play Thursday?
You're going to get ratings anyway. Like
you're going to get ratings anyway, bro.
There's no other.
Nobody's going to watch anything but the NFL.
I never said they're not going to get ratings. No, I'm not saying they're not going to get ratings.
Ratings suck. NFL ratings be on par.
NBA
TV, that's sports.
The NBA don't put games on TNT on Thursdays anymore during football season.
Nope.
Because they can't beat the NFL. All the games are on.
All right, so here's my thing then.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's on there, Mo. We watch the games.
All right, well, my thing is that so now we're arguing that the NFL just need to shut up and just put anybody on Thursdays in.
Everybody should rotate.
Everybody should not be playing 2 Thursday night games. There's only a few teams. Because it
gives teams like that, the low market teams like us that maybe not going to be on this year. At least we have a Thursday night game.
Dallas, I think, plays 2 Thursday night games a year. That's the only team I think. Maybe Detroit, because they play on Thanksgiving.
They play on Thanksgiving, yeah.
But that's like the only few teams. And now you're going to tell me that the Chiefs got to play. You know, I mean, that's irritating. If you're the Chiefs, you got to play 2 Thursday night games. To me, that's.
I mean,
you're not getting rest for your players, Mo. 2 Thursday night games for the same team.
I mean, I get what y'all saying. I think y'all think I'm arguing I'm not arguing any of the points. What I'm saying is, I don't agree with their thinking, but I'm saying that has to be their thinking.
Yeah, they want money.
Because I'm saying the easy way to fix it is just bump it, just rotate it, put whoever on Thursdays, and make sure everybody don't have those short weeks or whatever. Like, it's enough teams in the NFL, but I feel like they want that money.
Enough teams.
They want the quote-unquote ratings. You got 32 teams.
You're
right. You mean to tell me that it's that hard to rotate who's playing that so that everybody don't have that short week?
And you could probably get good games. Yeah, I see you read that joint on the bottom. Yeah. That's a good idea, though. I see what he's saying. I see what you're saying, Mo. If they were about player safety,
right,
then everybody they would rotate
first
it.
Opening
you-
weekend scratch itself. Opening week scratch itself because that's not a short week. Like for instance, we know Kansas City gonna be on that opening Thursday because they get their rings. They gonna host. You win the Super Bowl, you host that Thursday.
I wonder who's gonna be.
I heard a rumor. It might be Philly in a rematch, in the Super Bowl rematch. I heard the rumor.
I keep hearing that. Did Miss Donna Kelsey say that? I feel like she put a tweet out there and said that. Have you heard that, Craig? Have you heard that was the first game?
I have not, but I'm not. I mean, if that happens, it happened when the Broncos played the Panthers in the Super Bowl, and they played the first game of the season. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
And that'd be lit. Like that would be a lit first game because it's not like both teams have backtracked or whatever. Both teams are still solid enough where it'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not opposed to.
Oh, they said week 2
team starting off like that.
Okay, even if it's week 1 and 2 early. I mean, I think it's better early. If
it's the week 2 game, that means it's on Sunday or Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
it's not gonna be. It's a primetime game.
Yeah, that's not gonna be no. They ain't gonna be no 1 o'clock game. They ain't gonna be no 4 o'clock game. That's gonna be a Sunday night, Monday night game. Yeah, it ain't gonna be right.
Which is funny. I was watching Rich Eisen. He was like, I want them to play like when it's like week 7 or 8. He's like, because think about this. We watch NFL. The first 4 weeks of NFL, a lot of people are getting their legs under them. A lot of people don't do preseason no more, Mo. They play one series in a preseason game, bro. The first 4 games be teams.
I mean, it's catch-22 because by week 7 to 8, you get a lot of injuries. So then whatever happens if you got a lot of injuries and if people like, well, if this person wasn't injured, if that ain't happened, you know what I'm saying? You at least in week 1 or 2, you don't have those really what ifs.
Maybe.
Because people not playing those preseason like that. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
Now you can say, okay, now you can say, oh, it's a good game. I hope they play in the Super Bowl. Hope we see the rematch. But when you catch 7 to 8, by the time you get to week 7 to 8, it's more chance for injuries. Everybody like, oh.
Well, that's when teams be 7-1, 8-1, 6-2. They're like everybody is balling. I hope they push it. But let me Craig, you're a small market team as well as I think the Commanders are, but we aren't, which is weird because we're in the nation's capital. But I guess we are a small market. But the Panthers are a small market team. What do you feel about not all teams are guaranteed to have a primetime spot? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, that goes back to the Thursday. I mean,
Thursday, right?
Thursday night primetime games, that kind of goes with that. So I just think that every team should get at least one Thursday night game because especially if you live in like me, for example, I live here, my team is in Carolina. I don't get a chance to really, unless I stream the games or Sunday ticket or whatever you get out there. That's pretty much the only time you get to watch your team. So at least if I don't have that opportunity to stream or Sunday ticket or whatever it is, at least I can see them on that one Thursday night game out of the year. Now that's I mean, for some teams you're going to have more opportunities. Like the Cowboys, you probably be on 5 times, 5 or 6 times minimum throughout the whole season.
Yeah, they always on prime.
If you're a Cowboys fan or a Chiefs fan or a Bengals fan,
Eagles fan or Bengals fan.
If your team is good, then you're going to have multiple opportunities to see your team. A team like me, or if my team is the Texans or whatever, it's like you're never really going to see them on TV. So, and that's to me
that's cool because the only reason the Tampa Bay was on TV is because of Tom Brady.
And they're not going to be good this year. So But I mean, at the same time, you don't want to have too many teams, especially on Thursday nights. If you're counting that as prime time, which I think they are, then you have to factor in player safety, which they're clearly not. And just the fact that you're getting exposure to all these different teams, that maybe it's a guy there that is a CJ Stroud fan or whatever it is. And he wants to watch him play, but he can't. So now he can't really see him play on primetime TV. He can't see him on Thursday night, even though he wants to see him. And he could be next thing you know, he could be a Texans fan.
Yeah,
the league might turn him away from being a Texans fan all of a sudden. I mean, obviously there's 31 other teams he could be a fan of, but I mean, who knows what could happen to some of these
Same with the Monday nights. 'Cause I feel like a lot of teams. Same with the Thursday nights. A lot of low market teams got some Monday night matches too. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, like,
You know what I'm saying?
sometimes you get games where they look good on paper, and then the game starts, and by the time the game's over, it's like 30-7. It's not even a close game, but it looked good on paper early in the season, or it looked good on paper during that week. But the team got blown out, or whatever.
Now we know we're gonna pick some bomb. They're gonna pick some different. They're gonna pick some interesting Monday night games.
Or it could be a trash looking matchup, but the game is 44-43 with a game-winning field goal, and it's the best game of the season. You just never know.
And it could be Jacksonville versus Jets, and it's a bomb game.
That's sports in general. Like, it's just it looks. I mean, games can look good and be bad, or look bad and be good. You just never know what you're going to get. Especially with football, because there's a lot of injuries involved, and the later you go and things like that, you never know what could happen.
Somebody just might have a breakout game.
I'm about to say somebody picks up and has a great game, but you're not expecting to have a great game, and all of a sudden now he's rushed for 300 yards, and it's like, where did that come from? I didn't see that happening, or whatever the case may be. So it's. I mean, I hope they give. I would hope that they keep giving teams an opportunity to be on Thursday night, because especially now with teams like the Texans, now they have C.J. Stroud. The Panthers now have Bryce Young.
The Colts with Anthony Richardson.
We
might not see him on primetime. They might not be on primetime.
They probably won't. I mean, maybe they'll get the Panthers and the Texans. That's probably the only matchup I can see. Maybe the Panthers and the Colts, just because they have Richardson. That's the only two matchups I can see, honestly. But I don't think they're going to give the Panthers. If they go with this philosophy, I don't think they're going to give the Panthers a primetime games. It's just unfortunate.
I know we're not getting none. The Commanders are getting zero.
Let me ask you something. Like, I know since they're supposedly going away from like NFC games are usually on Fox, AFC games are usually on CBS.
Yeah, I was about to say
they're not going to have that.
That's
what happens
crazy.
In this market when you have when you have the Commanders and you have the Ravens, they both play at 1:00.
They gonna pick the Ravens.
They pick the Ravens over the Commanders.
Yes.
Even here? Like, that's weird.
That's crazy. That
doesn't make any sense.
That's
what happened. That's the dumbest thing. Like,
the local thing is kind of like they're taking. Like, come on, guys. At least let people have local cable so they can watch their team play no matter what. This is forcing people to get that package, yo.
I'm not buying that package. I'm not doing it.
This is forcing people to buying the package. I don't know. I gotta look at it, Craig. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise you.
I will continue to my games on whatever that website is.
Yeah, I'm not gonna promise you, because I know people that had the DirecTV version. They said that joint was like that.
I heard it's good, but I'm not paying no $300, $400. I don't have YouTube TV, so I got to pay the whole extra $100.
Yeah. I would go from Hulu to YouTube. I gotta figure about it.
June something is the day where I think they increased the price or something.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like $350 or something. I'm not paying.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Not this year, but next year it's definitely on the table.
I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Next year is definitely on the table, bro.
Not getting money. You're not screwing me over. Sorry, NFL.
I might.
Guys,
especially if I'm not getting no damn local games anymore.
They're gonna have people pay for it anyway. Why are you charging so much?
That's true.
Just charge $100 and some for the year, $150. I can understand that. I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll think about it.
3 something. Well, how much is it a year?
I think it's like 3 something. I think it's even more if you don't have. I think it's more if you don't have YouTube TV. Yep. I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2 something, and then it's 3 something if you don't have YouTube TV. But it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
And they're gonna take away home teams' market.
How much wasn't DirecTV? I think DirecTV joint was more.
Huh? No, DirecTV don't have it no more.
No, I thought it was more expensive than that.
It might be. I don't know. I never got it. I never got that or Red Zone. So I don't know, man. As long as I can keep doing my streaming thing.
I'm gonna find this out because I heard it was.
I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that out.
Yeah, it's $250. It's $250, and it's $350 if you don't have Sunday ticket. If you don't have YouTube, so $250 and $350. Or
Okay,
if you want
yeah,
Sunday
yeah.
ticket and you want the red zone, then it's $290 or it's $390.
Oh yeah, so it was.
So you pay an extra $100.
Oh yeah, you paying it because DirecTV was 300 plus the base amount of 65, and then I think for if you're paying for the YouTube, I think YouTube's $75 a month. I think, and then you get 300. It's for $349 plus the $79. That's why. So it's like 80, maybe $85, $100 more a year.
No, it's,
Yeah.
if you have YouTube, it's $289 for the red zone and the NFL.
Oh, it's $289. Well,
Yeah.
plus
if you have YouTube, you gotta have YouTube.
You have YouTube.
Yeah, it's $389. It's $380. It's $100.
Okay. Oh, okay. So if you have YouTube, you're still paying 85 for the YouTube or 75 for YouTube. Plus, you said 250.
If you don't want, $250 if you just want the
I'm
Sunday
gonna think
ticket.
about that joint.
$289 if you want the Sunday ticket and the red zone.
Yeah, because DirecTV is $65 for the DirecTV, and then $300. And you had to get you had to get the DirecTV service and then get the package. So YouTube is cheaper.
Man, what are y'all doing, man? Y'all are really breaking people's pockets.
YouTube is I mean, people gonna pay, man.
I understand that. That's what I mean. Like
pay.
people gonna pay. Yeah, I don't think you need to have your prices that. I mean, well,
have it that crazy. You think it's
yes,
like
it is.
$150 and then everybody would damn near get it, huh?
You make more if you did it for $150.
$150, everybody would get that.
Be like, all right, cool. I'll go ahead and do that.
They would probably quadruple their profits.
Well, for me,
all right. All right, let me ask y'all this. So, shout out to Joe Floven. I forgot your name. Folin on Twitter. I saw this while we're talking about all the schedule changes. He actually stated this, and I was very interested by it because I was like, "This sounds awesome." It sounds really malleable. What we were just talking about, how the NFL does not regard player safety. He said, "Best thing the NFL could do is extend the regular season by 2 weeks and give each team 2 additional bye weeks." He says it's 2 more weeks of football in February, 2 more weeks of primetime games. Teams play Thursday night. This is what you were talking about, Mo. If they have a bye week on Sunday, they play Thursday. So you can do that and fill it the Thursday where you don't have teams playing Sunday and Thursday.
So
if they have a bye week, they play on Thursday.
Be only one preseason game. So now there will only be one preseason game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then he says more rest to increase chances of players can recover. No additional wear and tear. Owners win, players win, and fans win. What do y'all think about that option? I don't think the NFL would do it, but it sounds it sounds good.
It does, but I don't think the NFL would do it. But they only have one preseason.
And he said, and somebody was like, "Oh, but that means the Super Bowl they won't get a bye week." He was like, "No, you start the NFL season Labor Day weekend." I was like, "Damn."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. That's college season. What you gonna do about that? You gonna push the college season up a week? You can't have it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said. Let me see. Yeah, I think he said the first game be on Labor Day weekend. I think that's what they said. Not all 4, because I think the first game's on September 9th on a Thursday. I think he basically said that Monday or Sunday night have the first game. Monday Night Football, first NFL game of the season on Labor Day. Everybody will watch football.
I mean, people watch football.
Right. Wait a minute. Is there college games on Labor Day Monday?
Yeah, there's a Monday night game. It's like at least one Monday night game. It might be like
it's like the kickoff joint.
There's games that weekend, Saturday.
Yeah.
There might be like a few games Sunday, but I know there's a Monday night game.
There's a Monday night game?
Yeah,
that's not fair to them.
I mean, unless they move that part up a week. But normally, at least the last, I don't know how many years it's been, but college football started around Labor Day weekend. At least the majority of the teams, I guess. The good teams. I think they even start. Sometimes they have games on that Thursday before Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. They own that whole Labor Day weekend. But I don't have a problem with. I mean, if teams get 2 bye weeks in the season, I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
it's just. I mean, it only helps the players.
That's it.
In terms of them being healthy and ready to go for the playoffs, I'm still on the increasing it to 18 games, I guess.
Eventually. Yeah, they're gonna do that.
I'm still on the 8 teams in the playoffs. I don't care what nobody says. I'm still on that.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, Craig.
Hold on, they're gonna let 8 teams in the playoffs?
They're gonna have 18 games, and they're gonna have 8 teams in the playoffs. That's how.
So they gonna add. Hold up. So they gonna add. No, I don't.
That's happening.
That's more than, hold up. That's more than half your teams in the league. I don't agree with that.
That's
you ain't got to earn nothing. Like now you ain't got to earn nothing. Now you can just slip into.
No, it's competitive.
That's exactly half the teams.
It'll be good teams in there, bro.
That's half the teams.
No, it ain't, man.
It's not like that.
So wait a minute. You don't say that about the NBA.
The NBA is the same thing.
You know, the NBA is the same thing, bro.
I got you. So let me ask you. So let me tell you.
It's even worse in the NBA.
Hold up. And it'd be upsets too.
So I'm gonna tell you something right here. I might disagree with what I'm about to say. If they do that, I'm cool with that. But it's gonna put a whole bunch of pressure on coaches to win early. Those 5-year contracts, no sir. If you're letting 8 teams get in the playoffs in the NFL, you better get it in 2 years or you gone.
Oh yeah.
That's how I am as an owner. If we can't make the playoffs,
I agree with that. If we can't
be in the top 8 within the first 2 years, why are you coaching? Why are you coaching my team? Especially if you letting 8 teams in, that's crazy. Like that, yeah. I'm cool with it, but them coaches gonna be on a lot of pressure to win early, or at least win enough to get the playoffs early.
I would say, do it.
I've been for it for a while. I just don't.
I mean, you get to 18.
When they went to 17, I was a wrap. I was like, they're gonna get 18, and the players are gonna say yes because they're gonna be making a ton of money.
Absolutely. Can you get a bonus for making playoffs? Of course, they're gonna be like, yeah, okay, because they're
gonna get watched. Everybody's gonna watch the playoff. You're gonna watch that 8th playoff seed, Mo. You're gonna watch it. They got us sucked in, and I'm not gonna lie. I love it. I love the NFL.
Game. It might even be a blowout, but
we're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it was a blowout in the one. What was it? I don't know what the 49ers were last year, but it was a blowout with that game. 49ers and Eagles. I'm talking about 49ers and Eagles.
49ers and Eagles?
Like, that was a blowout game. It just happened.
Yeah,
you just never know. You just never know, man. And then you had teams like the Vikings get beat by the Giants.
Yeah. Listen, which I'm never mind. Boy, that game blew me. I'm sorry. Everybody wanted to blame it on Mike Zimmer, but that head coach, like, he ain't have a clue what's going on. Because Giants was running whatever they wanted to run that game. They was running whatever they wanted to run. Dude ain't like he had a clue what's going
on. That was when Daniel Jones got paid too, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It was. He's going, and now that's why
he got paid $40
million. Made a good point. He's made a good point with why they put the Eagles with the Giants on Christmas Day.
Yeah, you know what? Let's
earn that money.
Let's talk about that. Actually, I'm about to name off some very interesting games that have already been shown, and the first game is the Black Friday game.
Okay,
where it's going to be the Dolphins and the Jets. This is the first time they're doing this. I'm off on Black Friday. I'll definitely be at home watching it because for Thanksgiving, I cook. You know what I'm saying? I grill my turkeys. I do the turkey. I wake up early. It's a whole event for me. And then, you know what I'm saying? Craig knows this. This is my thing, Mo. I love Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? I cook. I eat good. I hang out with family. I love it. And then that Friday, I don't do anything. I would love to watch football on Black Friday. Oh, I would definitely go to the mall early and then come home, and there's a football game on? What? Sign me up. And it's the Miami and the Jets. Is the Dolphins and the Jets?
So I'm gonna guess you didn't watch college football. You don't watch college football on Thanksgiving? I mean, on Black Friday. It's been on Black Friday for years.
No, I'm sorry, I don't. No. My bad. I you know what? I probably used to, but nah, I'm sorry, man. So you think you wouldn't watch it?
No, I would watch.
But that is messed up. They yeah. They entered into college football territory.
I mean, they're already
like it.
The NFL is the NFL. It is what it is. You know, they're going to trump with whoever. I mean, maybe they have a game where they have. I think the game is at like 3, so maybe they have the game at 3, and then they have. Normally, it's like Texas and
those
Texas
Christmas games be lit.
So maybe they have like a Texas game or something like that after the fact or whatever it is. I don't know, but I'm not mad at it. I mean, I like football, so and on paper it's a good matchup.
On paper,
we'll see what happens coming up next year, I guess, or coming up in the season when that week happens. But right now it looks good.
It'll be in the thick of it too,
because I mean, last year at least there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 college games on Thanksgiving on Black Friday, including Texas. Texas, yeah, it's always college.
Texas might be really good this year, man.
Yeah, so it's always some good. I mean, it's always some good college football games. Last year, Florida State, Texas, and Baylor. So, but anyway, I think it's good. I mean, they pretty much control that whole. They got Friday, they got Thursday, Friday. I don't know how many games are going to be on Friday. Right now, we just have 1. It's usually 3 on Thursday, and then they got games on Sunday. So. And then obviously you got Monday. So I mean, I'm for it, man.
Mo, what you think? Okay, the first prime time, not the first, but the one that's been announced. And I told Greg I love it. But the Black Friday,
right?
Huh?
It's on Amazon, right?
It's on Amazon. Okay. Prime Day.
That's I'm glad I got to get my Amazon
about that. What do you think about that? I
like it because I'm a firm believer, and I'll say this right now. Well, I won't say which teams yet. Too early, but I will say this again: 2 teams are gonna make it out of every division except for the AFC South. Firm believer that. I think 2 teams are gonna make the playoffs out of every division this year in the AFC except for the AFC South. That's 7.
And the NFC South.
I mean, AFC South. I'm talking about the AFC right now.
AFC, and you can throw the NFC South in there, bro.
Yeah, you can't.
Craig won't be offended.
2 teams got to make it.
I'm not picking the Panthers to win the division anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's okay. Both South divisions suck. Divisions suck.
So that's gonna be a key matchup. Who's gonna be that? And I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna say. I'm a big fan of until you beat them, you beat them. So I'm gonna say who right now gonna be that second team. I mean, until you beat them, I'm not saying neither one of them better than the Bills right now.
That's good. I like it though. It's gonna be a good game. This might be a good
somebody
game.
Start the argument like, oh, is the Jets on par with the Bills? I'm sorry. Until you show me you can do it, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is that much of a difference.
I can't wait for that
first game. Yeah, I want to see that first game. I do want to see that first Jets Bills game. That's gonna be interesting to look at. To be like, all right, where you at? Where you at with it?
This is gonna be interesting. All right, so the NFL announced international games. They spent a lot of time, man. But you got Jacksonville versus the Falcons. Yes, guys, I do watch those. I get up early on Sunday.
I did though. I did
watch it, and then I go to church. I don't care who's on. I'm watching football at 9:30. I don't care who's on, man. I'm like, the game's on tomorrow? Bet. I'm up. So that's gonna be a good one. And Jacksonville versus Buffalo Bills. Jacksonville got 2 international games in London.
I mean, you gotta think though.
You said what?
That's their home away from home. They like playing over there. There was rumors that they were going to move.
I can see them over there.
We relocate to England or wherever to be the team over there. I hope that doesn't happen because I think that would be a nightmare for teams traveling, especially from the West Coast.
I heard this, Craig. I heard this. Don't kill the messenger. But they said they're gonna probably keep Jacksonville here or move Jacksonville over there, right? And they're gonna have its own division. It'll just own division over there. Don't kill me, the messenger, man. This is what I keep hearing this pop up. They're gonna have 4 teams that are international. That's what I keep hearing.
What does that mean? So teams that are already in the NFL will move, that are already out there now will move over.
It will be new teams. It will be their own division.
That makes no sense.
It's crazy.
That makes no sense.
Division, dog. It'll be crazy.
It's
I bet you the NFL will guarantee a Sunday night morning game all 18 weeks of the season.
Yeah, but it's fine the way it is right now.
Yeah, I like it. But
I think the divisions are fine the way they are. There's no need to add another division. It'll throw everything off. It'll throw everything out of whack. It just doesn't make. It wouldn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
You already have.
I like it the way it is.
I'm for expansion or whatever it is, but at some point, like it's too much.
Yeah, I just heard that. And then you got Baltimore Ravens at Tennessee in London.
Oh Lord.
And the NFL. Now this is going to be nice. The NFL is going back to Germany. They said Germany's a nice place. Miami versus the Chiefs. That's going to be a good one.
But
that's going to be a good one. They got Tennessee and Baltimore going to be good too, huh?
The game in Germany, wasn't that the best games? One of the best games of the year. Didn't that come down to field goal? I remember that.
Yeah,
game.
That was Tampa and Seahawks.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was a good game. Yeah, and then you got Indianapolis Colts versus the Patriots at 9:30. I don't know about that one, but I will wake up to see Anthony Richardson. I want to see Anthony Richardson. That's the only reason I'm watching that one. I gotta see what he looks like. And this week 10 too, so this is a good measurement. I want, you know what I'm saying? I want to see how he plays. I want to see all the quarterbacks play. Hopefully, I do get them. I want to see Anthony Richardson play. I want to see Bryce Young play. I want to see C.J. Stroud play.
I think
a couple of times,
play the Falcons at the Falcons the first game of the season.
You said the Panthers?
At the Falcons, yeah, the first game of the season. That's what I saw.
Yeah, some stuff leaked. All right. Now, these are some other good matchups that I can't wait to hopefully they're going to be on TV. All right. This has already been leaked, right? Mm-hmm. Dolphins and the Jets. That's coming the 24th. We already talked about that. Giants and Philly. Christmas Day. I don't know. Every time the Philly played the Giants, they blew them out. Except for the one game Jalen Hurts didn't play. I don't know. That's why I was like, interesting. I'm not a big Daniel Jones guy. Craig is not either. I don't think Mo is. I don't think Corey's a big Daniel Jones. Is Corey a Daniel Jones fan?
Nah,
I don't think he is.
I think he's been good.
I think only New York Giants fans are Daniel Jones fans.
Brian Daboll is the best thing that happened to Daniel Jones.
Yes, it is.
Because dude's gonna coach him. And I'm not gonna say Daniel Jones still has to not turn the ball over. And I get it. Everybody says you still gotta go out there and play ball, but Brian Daboll is not gonna put him in the situation to fail. No. And that's why Saquon's so important. Yeah. Because Daniel Jones but also the Giants went out there and they added offensive weapons. They got Wilder. They got the dude from Tennessee in the draft. Mm-hmm. They know that you got to score points in the NFC East. You're not going to sit there and just get into those 2017 battles. No, that's not happening.
No, you got to outscore.
Yeah, you got to score.
The Eagles are going to score and Dallas is going to score.
Daniel Jones threw for 230 yards 3 times.
That's crazy.
Last season.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
once was against the Vikings and once was against the Lions. 2 of the worst pass defenses in the NFL. So the fact that he got paid for mediocre play, I know he won a playoff game or whatever. $1 million, but I mean, like, come on, man. I know he didn't have any wide receivers either, but I think if Joe Burrow was on that team, I think he would have made nothing out of something with that squad. More than
if Joe Burrow's on the team, I'd be blown.
For 230. I mean, you could put it just about quarterback, but I'm saying like one of the 10 quarterbacks. that's getting paid. I think
Lamar. I'd be pissed too. Lamar was on that team.
Now, Lamar be
Maybe
different because him and Saquon. Oh my God, him and Saquon with that offense.
No, but he's just talking about the weapons. I agree
you.
with him, yeah. I agree with you. If you put a top 10,
is that good?
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
If you put a top 10 quarterback, yeah, I agree with you.
I don't really have high hopes for the Giants this coming season.
I don't think they make playoffs again.
I don't think so either.
No. And I'm saying that because of reason. But
there's always teams that don't make the playoffs that make the playoffs, or teams that make the playoffs that don't make the playoffs. It happens every single season. James brings it up every single time, and it's
so I'm hold up. I'm gonna put it.
It never fails. It never fails.
I'm gonna put this early bid.
It's only a couple teams we know that are gonna have good records and make the playoffs. After that, it's wide open.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna put this early bid in. Somebody might say I'm crazy. My early prediction just on kicks and giggles right now.
Here we go.
Lions win the division. Vikings don't make the playoffs.
Everybody picking them.
I'm saying Vikings don't make the playoffs. I ain't got the Vikings making playoffs this year.
They might not. They might not.
Okay, Mo. Okay.
That's a big one. Okay, this is early.
Early.
Okay.
Hey, I gotta look at. I'm gonna see if I can find a list from last year, young, to share everybody picks, so we won't make no crazy picks.
Oh yeah, my picks were terrible last year.
Yeah, my picks are rock bottom. I had us in playoffs.
But where's Corey at? Everybody picked the damn Colts to win.
Yeah, everybody picked the Colts.
We had the Colts in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Colts. Who Corey did? I was like, I'm not going that far.
I wasn't going that far.
I forgot what I had. I
had the Saints. I had the Saints, which were terrible. But also, the Saints were better than the Colts.
You had the Ravens.
I had the Ravens.
Yeah, I got hurt. I had the Bills. I said the Bills.
You said the Bills too. I said the Bills and the Bucks.
Yeah, you said the Bills and the Bucks. No, I think you said the same thing.
Yeah, I think you said Bills and the Bucks. Yeah, because that was.
But look, Craig didn't have Denver going.
I didn't believe. I said they're gonna be last place.
Yeah.
I didn't think that bad though.
I thought they did. I gotta look at my picks. I'm trying to think. Did I pick Cincinnati? I picked Buffalo. Did I pick Miami? I might have picked Miami too.
I think I picked Miami.
I picked Miami.
I think me and you did pick Miami.
Yeah. I think I picked the Chargers. I might have picked the Broncos.
I picked the Chargers.
I might have picked the Chargers.
I know I picked Chargers. I definitely picked
Chargers in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
I did too.
And then the NFC, no, I didn't pick the Commanders. No.
Not in the NFC Championship game.
I bolted the last. I bolted. I was like, we're not making it. Y'all not getting me this year. Who was the surprise? The Giants. I didn't think the Giants are gonna be good.
Giants and the Seahawks.
Seahawks will be up. Oh man, I got Seahawks fans right now. I had to give them their respect
last year,
and it was that's crazy.
Hold up. That's gonna be the tricky team this year, as far as picking, because if their defense play better, Lord have mercy. And
they're gonna be good.
They're gonna be good. Like they got that wide receiver from Ohio State to go in with Lockett, and they're gonna be all right.
And all right, here's another one. Here it is. This is a New Year's Eve game. Bengals and Chiefs, and they always deliver. They always deliver.
Always deliver.
I love
think every game has been a field goal game, right? 3 points.
It's always a field goal game. Their games are super close. Their games come down to the last 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. And then it might go to overtime. You don't know. It's going to be an exciting finish with those two teams. Every time. Every time.
You know pretty much who's going to play who. Is just when and where. I mean, not where, but it's when. Well, sometimes it's where.
Yeah. And this is week 17. So it's kind of like they can't rest their players.
They might be playing for home.
They might be playing for home field advantage. It might be like whoever team wins this is the number one seed. This is possibly the NFL is like, okay, And I could see them being in that position. Both teams I could see fighting for the number 1 seed at that point in week 17. It's not far fetched.
Last year it was the Bills and the
It was 3.
Bills and the Bengals, right?
It was the Bills and the Bengals.
I mean that
Kansas City was in it too. But Kansas City.
I was thinking about the teams that didn't finish the game.
They didn't finish the game. It was the Buffalo Bengals, but whoever won that game, I think was gonna be. It was 3 teams vying for that number 1 spot last year at that time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I think it happened It happened late in the season. I think it happened week 16.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm looking forward to that matchup, but then I remember they played each other in the playoff, and it wasn't a good game.
Yeah, well, they will be back. They're going to be playing each other again. But
I know that
Buffalo's going to be in Cincinnati. I wouldn't mind seeing it again, though. I wouldn't mind seeing it again. They're going to see each other in the playoffs, probably, Craig. We're probably going to start seeing that matchup regularly during the regular season.
That's after what I saw last year. I'm not looking forward to it again. At least maybe
Rich Eisen talked about that. He was like,
the Bills weren't ready for him last year.
Nah, he was like,
Knicks up 7, 8.
Yeah,
they just throwing back. They not playing around.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good game, and then that's it. But they got some good games so far. But Buffalo does play Cincinnati. I just don't know when it's going to be. That's probably going to be late. It's going to be late in the season. It's going to be late.
Because the AFC, they might put it late in the season because AFC is not a cross conference game.
Is every game is every week flexible, or is that one of the games?
I think that starts after like week.
Oh, they still got the same. Okay, I didn't know if they changed.
I think so. I hope they change it. That's what they. Craig, you know what? You might be right.
It's hard to
they might change that joint.
You can buy the games. I thought you said every game can be bought. Every primetime game can be bought.
You said what? Say it again, Mo.
I thought you said every primetime game can be bought, right? On one of the new things, they could buy the game. Everybody has rights to the game.
Yeah, you're right. So, Craig, you might be right. There might not be a flex schedule no more.
That's tough
because it might be like.
If you got,
they might be like, no, we don't want this. We want this team. They might start doing that earlier, like week 8.
They got to do something.
No.
That's hard to do with people who coming from, like you come from California to
and they said one game
to watch a game. You take off for that Sunday, but you're not off that, and they flex it to Monday or something.
They flex it to Monday or flex it to Thursday.
You got to try to figure out hotel. Got to try to figure out travel to get back.
You're gonna have to sell your ticket. Yeah, it's gonna suck. That's what the owner came out and said. I forgot which owner it was, but he was like, so he said it's easy if it's on Sunday. He said because a lot of people come out and this is their only time to go to an NFL game. You know what I'm saying? People don't listen. Some people do. I know some people's season tickets. My dad used to have it, but I know a lot of people without season tickets. They're like, yo, I'm going to one game a year. You know what I'm saying? And we pick a game and we go to it, and it's exciting. But like, if you buy a ticket Sunday afternoon, and then you're expecting that game, right? It's Commanders versus Panthers Sunday afternoon, but something happens, and both these teams are 9-2, and they flex it to Thursday night, and it's like, damn, we were looking forward to going to the game. And we didn't even know the teams were going to be this good. And now they flexed it from Sunday afternoon to Thursday. We got to sell the tickets. We travel, you know what I'm saying? That sucks. Because think about it. If we bought the tickets and it flexes from Sunday at 1 to Sunday at 8, that's okay. That's not really a big change. You could be like, all right, listen, I might miss work tomorrow. Or it's still, you still fly in. You still are gonna be able. You might change your hotel, right?
Might change your flight too, but
you're gonna be like, you know,
at least it's the same day.
It's the same day. It's workarounds with it. But if you go on the Monday night, that sucks, man. You know what I'm saying? So Mo might be right, Craig. It might not be no more flex.
You better not flex a team from Sunday night
to Thursday.
Oh my God, I'll be irritated at that point. There's no way you can get There's no way you can justify.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they don't do that. I think everybody should get at least one primetime game. That's just me.
I think so too. I just think man. It's betting involved now.
Yes.
Like that's going on. Obviously, you got fantasy football, which is
Yes.
there's not that correlation with the NFL for the most part.
Yeah, but a lot of
players
people
don't
do
care, but
fantasy. No,
you bet on
NFL knows about fantasy. They
No,
got
I'm
a
saying some of the
fantasy
players
show.
don't. Some of the
Oh,
players
some
don't
players
care.
don't.
Like
Yeah,
I don't
some
care.
players don't care.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not gonna whatever. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, like, it's just a lot more involved now than it was 10 years ago, or even
Yes,
like
it
5
is.
years ago with the NFL. So
5 years, yeah.
I mean, you got to figure that out. I would think that would have something to do with it, but I clearly not, because they're trying to have the Chiefs on 2 or 3 Thursday night games or whatever it is. I don't know.
Buffalo, Cincinnati, Philly, Dallas. If you're
You're
good, you're going to be on
teams
Thursday
fan.
night games.
You gotta give. I think you just got to give everybody an opportunity, equal opportunity for the most part, as equal as it can be for some of these low-level teams that aren't on TV. Even if you just put them on a Thursday night, not everybody even has Amazon
Prime. And the ratings aren't going to be too. Listen, it could be the Commanders versus the Bears, and the ratings are going to be fine because it's Thursday night football.
Obviously,
everybody's going to watch it.
Obviously, if it's the Chiefs and the Bills, the ratings is going to be higher than if if it's the Panthers and the Commanders.
Yeah, but nobody's watching.
Still going to watch football because there's nothing else on Thursdays.
Nothing.
There's no basketball. Well, there is basketball, but it's not on primetime TV.
Is there baseball?
Yeah, there's still baseball. But baseball doesn't. Baseball. I don't know if they even put baseball or hockey on national TV against the NFL. Basketball.
Nah. Basketball lost
Thursdays until basketball moved their games to Tuesdays. They don't even have Thursday night games until like January.
Yeah.
On TNT anymore.
Because it's like there's no point. There's nothing.
Cannot compete. Nobody's going to watch it.
No.
You can have the best matchup in the NBA, and it wouldn't even matter.
Nope.
You can have the Lakers against the Warriors
on
NBA, or you can have the Texans against the
Colts.
The Bears.
The Bears, and everybody's watching Texans and Bears.
Every time. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's why they say that we're going to end on this note. Oh, I'm going to ask this one last question. But that's why I was watching this guy. He was just like, yo, the NFL can't say they're about player protection. This is nothing about player protection.
Nothing.
It says everything about money, because everybody knows what we've been repeating it. NFL is king with ratings and watching. Last year, those 3 Thanksgiving games had like 40 million people watch them each. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas and Philly game was the highest rated. The Lions game.
That was good.
And all of them were bomb. And the Vikings and the Colts. Yes, it's 3 good games. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the NFL is like, I mean, everybody's gonna watch it no matter what game y'all on, because y'all are king of TV. Y'all unlike the NBA, y'all have adapted. NFL adapts really quick, you know. But I just wish, they give everybody time, man. All right, this is my last question. This is weird, and I know this time of year, Craig, this every time this time of year is chatter about how good quarterbacks are going to play. So this year, Matt Eberflus said that Justin Fields is light years ahead than he was last year. Matt Lafluer came out recently and was like, oh, Jordan Love has made major strides. Now, it's very interesting that they came out really close to each other. Obviously, Jordan Love is, 4th year? Sat 3 years behind Aaron Rodgers. Justin Fields, this is his 2nd year, 4-year starter. Or is it Justin Fields 3rd?
This is 3rd.
3rd year. Sorry, Justin. Do you think this is true, that Justin Fields is going to make light years and Jordan Love has made major strides, or you just think it's this time of year, Craig? Do you think it's just this time of year that they're saying this?
I don't really believe I don't believe nothing in May. I don't really believe nothing until probably August.
Until September and August.
I mean, you can't take what these people say. Obviously, they want to hype up their quarterback, which is cool. That's what you're supposed to do. And they better hope that their quarterback is light years above where they were last year, or at least Justin Fields is light years above what he was last year, and Jordan Love is as advertised or however they want him to be because there's no Aaron Rodgers there anymore, so he has to be the guy now.
Yeah, he got to at least win 9 games. At least.
He's not doing that. I mean, I don't think so. But
at least 8 to 9 games.
Yes. They don't have any weapons. I don't think. They got some young guys, which is cool, but the Bears, on the other hand, I think they're going in the right direction. Mm-hmm. They got a bunch of picks with the whole Carolina thing. They made some moves. They got offensive line help, which is what they needed. They got a wide receiver now, another wide receiver in DJ Moore. Mm-hmm. They got some running backs, or they got a running back. I can't remember who it was because they lost Montgomery. They got
I got you.
Yeah. So they got a running back. Their defense looks good. They signed some players in the offseason on the defensive side. But as far as Justin Fields go,
they got Devonta Freeman and Herbert.
Yeah, because he played with the Panthers last year. He had 1,000 yards, I believe, in limited time. Mm-hmm. So because he was behind CMC for a while. But I mean, even still, I thought he had a really good season last year. I don't know if he's going to have the same type of season, but he might even have an even better one. But Fields has to be better than what he was last year. The offensive line had a lot to do with that, or lack thereof of offensive line. It was horrible. So
they bolstered it though.
Yeah, I was about to say they did help that. So and he has at least one like a big time wide receiver there now. So and he's another year with
they got Claypool.
They do have Claypool.
Who's a good second.
They have Mooney, whatever his name is.
Mooney. Yes, Mooney. Good slot.
Mooney. So they have him. They have Cole Kmet.
Great tight end.
They have some good pieces there. They just have to make it work, and it just has to be on Justin Fields. Now, I don't know if he's light years, but he has to be better than what he was last year. He's a really good mobile quarterback, which is nice, but he has to be more accurate, and he just has to have time in the pocket, which is what he didn't really have last year. Jordan Love, he just needs to play. He just needs reps. It's a lot of pressure you're putting on him by saying he's already has pressure put on him because he's taking over for Aaron Rodgers.
It's major pressure.
So you're already going to have that. They've only had 2 starters in the last
30 years.
Yeah, I'm about to say 30 some years. Or it seems like, or at least
seems like almost our age.
It seems like at least plus 20 years. They've only had 2 starters. I think they had the lowest amount of number 1 week starters in the NFL since Brett Favre came in the league. So
yes,
for the most part. So I mean, there's a lot of pressure there. You're also playing with the Packers. There's pressure there. And you're supposed to be, they drafted you in the first round to replace Aaron Rodgers. So you have to step up into that role, and there's pressure there. So they don't have any wide receivers. There's no Devontae Adams there anymore. They did draft a kid, I think, in the second round, surprisingly. Go figure. That's what they do. It seems like just draft wide receivers in the second round when they have a chance.
They do, man. That's their MO. That's why it didn't even surprise me. I was like, I'm not going to draft grade them.
I mean, they got a tight end. Then they got 1 or 2 tight ends in the draft. So I mean, they have some young pieces to go with a young quarterback. So it might take a little bit of time for that team to gel.
Yeah, they got Jaden Reed from Michigan State.
Yeah, it might take that team a little bit of time for them to gel. I'm not expecting them to win the division. I'm not expecting them even to compete for it. Either one of those teams compete for a division.
You just want to see growth.
Yeah, just growth throughout the season. Just from week 1 to week 18, just growth for both guys.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens next year. You build off of what's going on this season. I think the Vikings and the Lions are still the 2 best teams in that division. And you figure out what you have and what you don't have coming into the next season, and you build from that.
Yeah, I agree. Mo, what do you think about this hype about Jordan Love making major strides and Fields light years away?
I don't like it. I mean about Fields, I'm cool with it because I feel like you've added, but let's just temper our expectations here. Like,
please.
I mean, we have a big year, but the sad part is what does a big year look like if you're not winning? Like, so we might hype him. So, for instance, you had the number 1 pick before you traded it, but he had 1,300 yards rushing. So I'm like, what does a big year look like? And it's messed up because he'll have a big year, but then when you want to talk about him, like, oh, he can't win the big game. So how long does the conversation drift from he's a stud, he's a superstar, to oh, he can't win? So it's do I think he'll definitely have the better year than Love? I'll say that right now. For sure, he'll have the better year than Love.
All right.
I'm not saying I don't think Love's gonna have a good year, but I think Fields will have a better year as far as stats wise and win wise than Love. Honestly, I'm gonna go as far as right now. Let me say this. Right now, I gotta look again. I don't know if Green Bay wins 8 games this year.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if Green Bay wins 8 games this year. It will be on Love. Love will have to come out there and sling it because their offensive line, I don't know if they're good enough for them to just come out there.
I think they win between 7 and 9 games.
Yeah.
Between 7 and 9.
You got to win a 9?
Between 7 and 9.
Yeah, I got an 8. I mean, I got they still at 8. If they win 8 games, let me say this. If Green Bay wins 8 games next year, that's a win for them. That's a solid season.
Yeah.
I understand Green Bay's expectations, but I'm saying for what they have, if they win 8 games next year, that's a win.
That's all you can ask for, yo. Craig, if they go 7 and 10, 8, 9, or 9 and 8, and Jordan Love look good, that's all you can ask for. If he makes progressions.
That roster. Especially that roster.
That's what you asked for, Greg.
That roster ain't built for no 9-10 wins. That roster ain't there.
Who? Green Bay?
Yeah, Green Bay roster.
Green Bay roster is way better than Chicago, Mo.
Let me tell you right now.
Green Bay's roster is 10 times better than Chicago. 10 times.
If Green Bay win more games, hold up. I say this:
the offensive side, the receivers are better. But that
if Green Bay win more games,
Chicago defense is trash.
If Green Bay win more wins than we do, we need to cancel Christmas. Lord have mercy.
Mo.
They did get better though.
To that. Huh?
Who got better?
Chicago did get better though. They went out.
No, I wouldn't trust it. Don't bet on them.
I mean, they went out and they signed T.J. Edwards. They got Edmonds.
Evans, yeah.
They got some. I mean, they went out and they spent money on those guys. I mean, it's not Smith and what's the guy who went to the Chargers?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack wasn't even that good to me in Chicago, but they're not. It's not Quinn.
I think he had like a good 4 years and he started getting hurt. He got like 3 years and started getting hurt.
It's not Quinn and Smith back there anymore, but I mean they got to do something to help Justin Fields. So they kind of focused on. To me, they focused on the offense.
Didn't they have Robert Quinn too?
That's what I'm saying. Quinn and Roquan Smith.
Yeah, Quinn. Yeah,
they both gone, but I mean they kind of replaced them with Edwards and Edmonds. But
we'll see.
I mean, you know, the Bears. This is a different Bears. Look, man, the Bears known for defense. This is a different Bears team. They're going for a different theme here. They're going offense.
Yeah.
More Deontay Foreman, 2 former Panthers on that team. Justin Fields. Like, they're ready to roll, man. I'm not buying it, but, you know.
Exactly.
I'm not buying the Packers either.
I'm not buying the Packers, but I'm not saying the Bears will have a better record than the Packers. I don't know.
So we're going to –
that's a tough one, Mo. I don't know about that one, man.
Bears had the worst record in the league last night.
They had the worst record in the league. They might, you know what? They might do a turnaround. They might.
Like shockers, man. I got some love. Let me tell you this. If I see love, I got some love.
Green Bay's bringing like almost everybody back.
The Jaguars did it.
Yeah, well,
made the playoffs too. Won the division and won a playoff game.
Hey, listen,
that's true.
And listen, let me tell you this: if
they don't have the Vikings and the Lions and Green Bay Packers in their division.
Now I ain't gonna say this out loud.
That's true.
Hey, Jaguars, my dark horse AFC Championship team.
Whoa,
Mo, you just giving all the
making it. Hold on, I said making it. I
Mo cannot wait.
I ain't say winning it. I say making it.
Mo cannot wait. He's like, you know what? I'm excited for NFL season.
Yes, sir.
I'm not there yet, Mo. I gotta I want to see what the schedule, and we'll make way too
Yeah, I
early
got you.
predictions
I'm
next
saying,
week.
I'm saying way early.
I'm not even there. I guess I
Alright,
should. Should we go? Yeah, I'm gonna go. We're gonna go all the way. It's gonna be way early.
Yeah,
And
way
it's not
early.
gonna be your official list. It's not gonna be
I
your
said,
official list.
Yeah,
I reserve my
No,
right to
the
change.
official list is after training camp, bro.
I reserve
Yeah.
my right to change.
That
it.
list gets
Yeah, I
that
was
gets
already change my pick multiple times.
you can
Man,
change your pick multiple times, but after but after training camp,
Mhm.
and it's that Labor Day, the week before Labor Day. Hey,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
everybody
like that.
picks.
Yeah, like
We done did our training camp reviews. We know who's injured. We know everything. We know who's been connecting in camps. That's why Craig say like around training camp. He doesn't watch preseason, but I think he likes training camp because you teams can't lie during training camp. They can't lie because the beat reporter's there, NFL Network is there, and if you know somebody who has chemistry, you know who's somebody who's been hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like if DJ Moore misses all of training camp, that's going to affect Chicago's season. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So some people are going to need to be there in training camp. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be very interesting. And then once we do that, that's got to be your final list. But yeah, this is going to be a good NFL season.
Yeah. I mean, every season to me is good, but
Yeah,
I think it's good all the time. So I'm really seeing what I want to see what the Panthers are going to do this year. I mean, I haven't been hyped for college. I haven't been hyped for the Panthers season since. It's been years.
Cam, yeah, they had Cam, young. When they had Cam, you used to be on one. You used to be talking. I used to be like, God, I couldn't say nothing. We sucked. And y'all were ruling the NFC South. I was like, I can't see anything.
Hoping he's good, man. Bryce Young is good. I hope he's that dude, man. If not,
I think so, man. I think so. What we both think about him, the way I've been hearing, they say they said like he gets the game plan. He gets the game plan on Saturday. Right? No, he gets the game. The game's on Saturday. He gets the game plan Saturday. After the game, they do their install Monday. He comes back Sunday and is like, hey, this team does this. This team does that. I like this. Y'all need to correct this because the safety comes down. And then they're not good with the two. They play 2 deep zone on this read. Boom, boom, boom. You know how many NFL coaches love that? Like,
come on, man.
You're helping me with the game plan? Hey, let's get into it. That's some good traits. And they said he got that 6th sense trait. Like Joe Burrow has that trait where they just know where to be at the right point in time. Joe Burrow has that trait. Patrick Mahomes has that trait. You know what I'm saying? Certain great quarterbacks that win have that trait where they just feel the pressure and they deliver the ball and it's always at the right spot. And you're like, how did he do that? And it's always the unathletic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the Josh Allens or the Lamars. It's always like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has a nice arm, but he looks the size of an average quarterback. There's nothing that stands out about him. You know what I'm saying? Look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow looks like an average quarterback. Nothing stands out about him, but they make clutch plays in the right time. They show up every time. And I think Bryce Young has those qualities. That's what I'm hearing.
all right.
If you got those qualities, y'all in good shape, man.
We'll see, man.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, guys, we'll end this broadcast. We will see y'all next week. We're going to talk about the full NFL predictions. We're going to talk about the schedule, our favorite games, and Mo already leaked half of his topics for next week. He's dropping fire. So I'm telling you, next week's episode is going to be some yes, some no. What are you talking about? That team sucks. So I can't wait for next week, guys.
Oh, good.
All right, we will see y'all.